Wow. Well, believe it or not, we've already reached the end of the course. And what I want to leave you here with is some advice and some resources on where to go next. Now, your very next step after this course should be to just continue to get hands-on. Get you a copy of Workstation, install it, just keep working with it, keep working with it. Think of some new scenarios that you need, try it out. Keep hands-on. It's the best way to learn anything in computers or in IT. Now, anytime you need an outside resource, my suggestion is the very first place to start your exploration for the information that you need is at VMware.com. I'm going to jump out onto the internet, and just like magic, I'm out on the VMware website homepage now. And I want you to notice a couple of things. First of all, right up here on the very top, there's technical resources. And they break theirs up by data center platforms, desktop products, management products, other things. It's well worth your time to look around out here because the virtual world is much, much larger than just VMware Workstation, and VMware offers quite a few products. But if you go into desktop products and look at VMware Workstation, you'll see that there's a lot of information out here. There's frequently asked questions, case studies, download information, documentation, technical papers. Notice if I go to documentation, these are the things I would strongly recommend you start with. Getting started with VMware Workstation, you can get it in PDF form. Using Workstation, PDF form. VMware Tools, you can read about that. An installation guide for your operating systems. There's just a lot of information out here, as you can see, for getting help on Workstation. Now, there's also, notice up here on this link, there is a forum out here. And I don't know how many times I have found answers to problems I was having in the forum. You'll have to come down to desktop virtualization and end user computing. There's Workstation. Click that, and notice you're out in the forum. Notice there's 20,537 discussions here. They're now the hot topics, Windows 8, how do we get that in a virtual machine? Piece of cake, I've already done it, by the way. But notice all kinds of questions, irritating things, how do you do it? And notice the kind of traffic they're getting out here. 2,100 views on this, 136, 212 views. So there's a lot of activity there. Notice how recently posts have been added to these various subjects. So there's a lot of things going on. There's documents out here. There's just really cool information that you can learn out here for working with Workstations. So that's one of the first places that I would go look. So start with VMware.com, go to the users forum, look at the Workstation documentation out there, and then go out to Google. Type your question, type your problem, type your error message, whatever. There are a bazillion very, very good blogs out there on Workstation, on virtual computing. The only thing I would warn you about, be very careful when you read stuff on Workstation and you're not on the VMware site, because on Google you will see an awful lot of outdated stuff. They're back to Workstation 4, Workstation 5, Workstation 6, and they may not apply to Workstation 8, so just be aware of that. You don't see a whole lot of really good books out in the bookstores about Workstation. There are a few. They're pretty good, but I haven't seen anything really that much better than the documentation itself. There is a dummies book out there on the market that you might like if you enjoy that format, if it speaks to you. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. These resources, stay hands-on with this thing. Spend some time out there on VMware's site, spend some time in the product, and you will be amazed at what can happen when you really kind of get into this virtual world and begin to use it.